$1.99 by summertime. Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Millz Spill. Today we have a special guest, Faith Wilson. She is a fitness content creator, and she's going to tell us about her story, about how she's got to where she is today. Let's get into it. What originally inspired you to get into being a content creator, specifically in the realm of fitness?
Well, my name is Faith, also known as Fluffy for Fluffy Girl Fitness. Fluffy Girl Fitness originally started off as a campus organization. The freshman year of college, instead of gaining a freshman 15, we gained a freshman 30. And, I went to an HBCU, Benedict College, shout out.
There we go. BC, you know.
Okay. So everything at BC is fried, covered, and smothered. And just being down south, being away from family, you pick up a lot of habits out of convenience rather than nutrition. Nobody's over your shoulder to make sure that you eat 3 times a day. Nobody's over your shoulder to make sure you're eating your vegetables and all types of other things. So going away for the first time, I picked up a little weight, and then from there, Fluffy Girl Fitness started off with 3 other girls. We noticed that we all wanted to get into the fitness realm over the summer, and we wanted to continue building healthy habits when we got back to campus. And from there, we started doing fitness events where we was charging like $2 in a canned good, and all of our proceeds went to the organization to create more events, and then the canned goods went to local pantries or given back to our fellow Tigers who were on campus who were dealing with food insecurity. So more specifically, fitness came out of necessity, out of building healthier habits, making sure that you are one with your mind, body, and soul. And then it transitioned to a lifestyle. I'm no fitness guru. I'm not a person who pretends to be that they know everything about fitness. My page is more so a vlog to talk about my fitness journey. Once I graduated, we didn't have the organization anymore, so it became just me and my phone. And I realized after COVID, I graduated in 2020, so we went off and did our own separate things. I ended up working at a barbecue restaurant, and I ate. Everything was good. Shout out to Railroad Barbecue over near Hampton Street. If you guys ever get a chance to try the brisket, I ate brisket loaded fries every day, and I got up to 250 pounds. It was well worth it, but I realized that I needed to make a change.
So you got with a group of friends, you all kind of all recognized the struggle of health and trying to stay healthy and in shape, and you came together, formed that organization. Where do you think, as far as having a good support system and group of people around you, how do you think that fits into creating your own goals and doing things and getting things done?
I definitely believe that I thrive better in group settings. When I first started my own journey, I was going to the gym by myself and kind of getting in there. I didn't necessarily know what I was doing. I kind of got a little intimidated by the people who with the big old muscles and the tiny, tiny bodies, and it became a little overwhelming. But once I found spaces where I can go out and find those spaces where people can encourage you, but also you're a part of something together. That's how I ended up getting into Jiu Jitsu, where I was able to find people who not only encouraged me to be on my own journey, but I was able to see people thriving in chasing their fitness goals or chasing their mental goals as well. So with fitness, it's not only just the physical, it's always the mind, body, and soul. As far as in group settings, I feel that people thrive better in group settings when you're able to find a commonality amongst one another. Once you're able to realize that, yes, this sucks, but I'm going to finish another set because everybody else is counting on me to make sure that I get through this set, or I don't want to let my team down. I want to make sure that I am contributing to the team and not just falling by the wayside. If that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I'm a licensed therapist, and one of the theories is family systems. With family systems, we look at therapy is not just about an individual, but it's also about a collective. It's about who this person associates with. So their family, their friends, what organizations they're part of, that all contributes to a person's wellness and mental health. And, so when you're talking about group settings and that support system and how it encourages you, it's, it makes a lot of sense. It fits right into that whole theory. I know you have a husband. He does Muay Thai, correct?
Yes, he used to do Muay Thai. He kind of took a break from it, but yeah, that was one of the things that he does. He's also a firefighter.
So having those people around you, like your husband, he's taking a break from Muay Thai, but he's still, I mean, firefighters got to do a lot of fitness.
Oh, for sure.
So
Oh, for sure. He like picks everything up, and it's just like, how did you do that? But okay, I mean, go ahead. Yeah.
so that's definitely encouraging having someone like that with you. And then you have, of course, going back to college, you had your good support system of friends coming up. Even before then, if we go back, like just growing up, you're from Opelika? Is that where you're from?
I am from all over. So,
Okay.
okay, so long story short, I am a military kid. I was born in San Antonio, Texas. And from there, I moved over 12 different places. So I went to about 5 or 6 elementary schools. So I went a little bit of everywhere. Once I graduated high school, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. And then I went to Benedict, which is in South Carolina. And I'd been there for a few years, and I just moved to Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. Now coming up with that kind of setting, you talk about having a supportive group of people around you, but obviously moving around a lot. That must have been challenging.
For sure. So, with me being a military kid, I learned to be adaptable in every sense of the word. So, I'm a people person by nature. I'll make a wall talk back to me, and I never meet strangers. I always meet friends that I haven't noticed or just haven't met before. As a lover of people, I was able to sit into different environments and learn how everyone interacted.
You're able to kind of be around a diverse
Yes.
groups of people.
Yes, I'm able to be around several diverse groups of people. Like even in college, I was a part of over 23 different organizations, and they all served different purposes. So a lot of them, especially with Benedict, they are community service driven. You have community service hours built into your degree program. You can't graduate without them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that, having a passion for people, even um, growing up, my mom, she used to wake us up at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday mornings to go to soup kitchens. And we would be a part of this group called the Junior Missionaries, where we would go out and make sure that we fed the homeless and the less fortunate, just to have a sense of being that you're a traveler just passing through in this world. So you have to be kind because you never know when you're entertaining angels. That's kind of one of the things that we was always taught. But yeah, I just have a passion for people. I have a passion for meeting people where they're at, especially in the fitness arena. It allowed me to meet people from all walks of life and all where their story starts. Fluffy Girl Fitness has opened me up to so many different people on their journeys in with fitness. Just posting little videos have allowed me to inspire so many people. Me just having a rough day and posting it, sometimes I never know how that can impact someone. Somebody was like, I wasn't feeling it today, but I saw your video and I had to go on a Stairmaster. Those are the little cool things that I love that social media has allowed me to do. I was able to just through TikTok, through Instagram, and now I'm starting to get in the Facebook space. Everything is totally different amongst different platforms.
So it sounds like you had a heart of service and you were kind of raised to have that heart of servitude since you were young. And now you started this fitness page and content as a content creator, and that spirit is still in you to really want to just give back to people and help people, encourage people, inspire people. How do you define fitness now compared to when you first started?
That's a really great question. So, fitness previously was about hitting a certain weight beforehand. It was about looking like who was on my feed. I was really in tune with not necessarily inspiration, but rather than taking inspiration previously, I thought that I had to look like this person, or not taking account genetics, not taking account of my personal body shape or eating habits or any of that. Fitness previously meant getting to a weight, maintaining that weight, and um, aesthetics. Fitness now for me means I look more for a wellness approach, even though Fluffy Girl Fitness is in the name, of course, but I look for making sure that my body feels good, my mind feels good, my spirit feels good. When I go to the gym, Am I making sure that even if it's one of those push through days, am I coming out on the other side of my workout with mental toughness? Am I refining myself through these processes and through these journeys? I refer to my fitness, my relationship with fitness as a journey and not a set goal or destination. I have like these funny little sayings for me right now. It's I want to be 199 by summertime. That's always kind of been like my little
I like
goal. You know,
that.
something just to keep you going. And I really identify with people who have things that make it fun for themselves. A lot of people come out and say new year, new me. And if that's what keeps you going, baby, go ahead.
Yeah.
A lot of people make those jokes about the people who's going to be in the gym on January 1st and then drop off on January 15th. Fitness, particularly for me, is making sure that I come out on the other end and I'm still whole. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because there's so many things that go into. I like that that rhyming thing. That's cool.
199 by summertime.
No,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna get some bumper stickers with that. I'm just playing.
Hey, that's a good thought though. A lot of people, they don't think about the discipline.
Yes.
And I guess even in my own fitness journey, I know how it is to be like you get super in shape, super cut up like you want to do for the summer, and then as soon as summer ends, you see that fade.
The holidays.
Oh my goodness.
They get me every time.
Every time.
Every time.
That discipline is definitely important. The mental fortitude and attitude about fitness and consistency. It sounds like that's what you're really talking about too.
For sure. And I just thought about something, especially with the holidays or anything. One time I actually wanted to go, well, I was vegetarian my sophomore year. Once I started the fitness, Fluffy Girl Fitness on campus and everything, I went and I was vegetarian for a whole, I want to say 7-8 months. I was really, really doing good. And then I called my grandmother up and I asked her, I said, Grandma, I don't eat meat anymore. She said, okay, baby, go ahead and do what you need to do. I'll make sure that I have some sides for you and we're good. But, in the South, she's a little woman from Alabama. Everything, all the sides had meat in it. It didn't mean everything was fried, smothered, and covered too. So when I went there and I looked and I really couldn't eat anything, she was like, oh, well, I don't do no meat eating demons in my house. So I don't know why you thought that was okay. And I was like, okay, well.
She set you up.
She set me up. She set me up real good. I was doing so good until I went home. And yeah. But anyways, bringing that back to why I brought that up was the holiday weight gain and things of that nature. From January to like about the summertime, I'm good. I have a little rhythm. I'm disciplined. And then during the holidays is when you hit the little might as well. And then, yeah.
I don't think you're the only one who struggles with that. But one of the things, you go on your page and you talk about that struggle too.
For sure.
Which is, I think a lot of people can relate to that. All these holidays and the food, and now we're getting out of the holiday season, and here we are again trying to start over. So, a lot of people relate to that struggle, definitely. How do you stay motivated on days where being disciplined is a challenge?
Really, my content has been my motivation. I know that I need to push out a new video, not necessarily because I want the likes or views, but I have an accountability system. I've now built a community online where some of my friends, they'll reach out, some of my internet besties or my fluffy boos, as I like to call them, they'll reach out to me and be like, hey, I didn't see you post a little bit. How you been? Where you been at? And that just pours right into me. Not because, or I think I'm such this big influencer, but the fact that different people, we've created such a tight-knit online community that it's motivated me in spaces where I mentally didn't feel like I could. I also, especially with, in particular with Jiu Jitsu, sometimes I may take a little time off, but I know in my heart that I want to eventually get a black belt. So I know there's certain, you have to mentally train yourself in the position of where you want to be. You look at the people who are there and you adopt the habits that it takes to get there. So for the black belts that I see at the gym, a lot of them have put in time sacrifices. A lot of them have dedicated a portion of their life to study these different, moves or study different disciplines within martial arts to cater to them raising in the belt system, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So you're inspired going again. You know, you talk about that support system, and when it comes to jiu-jitsu, which I do want to dive into your jiu-jitsu journey in just a little bit too.
Sure.
But just briefly on it now, you you look at people at the gym and you see how their perseverance and, you know, being able to sit down and be like, okay, study and learn these different things, it helped them to level up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see where I want, not out of a space of jealousy, but a space of admiration. And I adopt some of those mentalities, or what I perceive to be that mentality, and apply it to myself. Um, I look at the discipline that it takes to get to a certain space. Not all the time are you going to feel like going to the gym. Not all the time you're going to want to feel like eating your meal prep. Adopting different meal plans and really understanding the full scope of fitness and the how the body works together has allowed me to go back into adopting a mentality of discipline rather than feelings, because feelings are fickle. You have to be disciplined to get to the goal that you're trying to achieve.
And you know, that brings another good point. I feel like feelings are can be very extreme, can lead you in
Yes.
an extreme direction. And when you're operating off of feelings, specifically with weight, you have people, they lose weight, but they do extreme things. And there's a difference between looking malnourished and looking like you're healthy.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's crazy. I have a video on my page where like I weighed a lot more than the previous video, but I was toned different. My muscles popped a little different. And then I started to get the little divots in my back. I said, okay, girl, yes. But one of those things that I was looking at is particularly in my fitness journey, I cannot I cannot rely on a feeling. I have to rely on discipline, because with feelings, especially with them being very fickle, I'm a very passionate person. I love hard. I get focused, and I can zero in on things that might just be undiagnosed ADHD. Who knows? But when I really get into something, I want to know everything about it. I want to know what's the origins of it. I want to know how they work together. I want to know how can I be better. Once I've identified that, it's hard for me to go back. I really hold myself accountable. I saw the video of one of your earlier podcasts where the lady was like, I don't trust nobody that don't talk to themselves.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love that.
Jackie Reinhardt. Shout out
Yes,
Jackie
I
Reinhardt.
love that video, because that is so true. I talk to myself in a sense where I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and when I'm not doing those things, I kind of put myself on punishment. And it's like, hey, you know you're not supposed to be doing that. We said we was going to do the X, Y, and Z. Why are you not doing that? And then I immediately feel bad after, and I have to like do an overhaul. Like, all right, I'm gonna have to do an extra set today. All right, I'm gonna have to run an extra mile today. I ain't running nothing. I'm doing Stairmaster, but I'm thinking about running. These run clubs are very like they're popping up like
Yeah.
4X, and I don't know what's going on.
I wish I was a runner.
I wish. Listen, I am not a runner. Like I don't know what it is. Like all of my family, like all of my parents and whatnot, they're all runners. I just did not inherit that gene. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but I can only run if something is chasing me. Let a spider be around. Oh, I'm Usain Bolt.
That's my wife too. My wife is very scared of spiders.
Oh yeah.
She's an arachnophobic.
Oh,
definitely.
for sure. Listen, I don't know what their purpose is,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure they're pretty helpful to the environment and whatever. But let one come on me, I'm immediate. I'm going.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's how we'll get the motivation. We'll get you some spiders. I don't know what they
Why
have
would
to
you do
get
that?
me.
Why would you do that?
It'll get you running.
Huh? No, I feel like we could do like there's treadmills now. Like I feel like we could have safe alternatives. Straight to spiders. That's wild. You was talk about extremes. That's wild.
But hey, it's
all
going
right.
to help. How do you balance progress, patience, and grace with yourself?
I love to always say be kind to you, be kind to yourself, especially be kind to little you, because I always look back and see if I'm making the little version of me proud. The little version of me, oh, she would think I'm a rock star right now. And I love that. I grew up a chunky kid. And I grew up in a little bit of all over, but majority of my childhood was spent up north. And up north has a totally different mentality when it comes to looks and fitness and what it looks like to be healthy. I was told all my life that I was obese or that I was like a big back beluga whale up there. And I went into that mentality where what others' perception of me is how I felt about myself. When I lived up north, I was all types of fat, I was all types of obese, all of those things. I had to shop in like the old lady section for clothes because those typically were the only stores that had my size. And then when I moved down south, I wasn't fat, I was thick. And it was like, oh, okay, what is this thick word that you speak of?
Yeah.
And then, I got hit on for the first time and I was like, whoa!
What is this?
Whoa! They was like, look, they was like, girl, you cornbread fed. And I was like, oh, okay. Listen, matter of fact, when I went to Atlanta, I went to North Carolina first, and like that's where I really people was telling me that I was there. I was like, oh, okay, very different. Then when I went to Atlanta, I kid you not, which one I talked about this the other day. That's funny. One guy, he told me that I was thicker than a Harry Potter book. I was like, I said, oh, okay, all right. Transitioning into college and really learning about what I should make for myself or the types of clothes I should wear. It was a time of exploration. I wore a full tracksuit in the club at one point in time. It was wild. I didn't know what to do here.
Yeah.
And then my friend literally pulled me aside, was like, hey, we're not doing that anymore. Come on, between the six of us, we got an outfit for you, girl. Yeah. But yeah, little things like that. So it definitely takes a village, at least for me. I know some girls, they got it like that, where they know who they are and they're sure of themselves from a young age, and it transitioned into
For you, it sounds like you had, when you got to college, it was a little bit confusion, like, whoa, what is all this? But then you were actually blessed to have a group of good people around you that actually helped you kind of navigate that, finding yourself in this new space. Has your fitness journey impacted your confidence outside of the gym?
Oh, for sure. I have when I meet certain fitness goals, and it doesn't necessarily have to be tied to the scale. I'll show this on my page as well. If I go down like a pant size, or if my belt is fitting a little looser than usual, I'll make sure that I get me a new outfit, or I'll we'll go to I like to always say, I want to be in somebody's water, and I'll get like a bathing suit or something like that. Whenever I reach a certain goal for myself, I always treat myself in various different ways. Either I'll get an outfit, either I'll post a picture just saying I'm feeling cute today. It definitely shows, and you definitely feel good. Once you take care of your body and once you take care of you, it shows on the outside. I feel like a better person when I come out of the gym. I don't know what it is about the gym, but it makes you feel like you're a motivational speaker. It makes you feel like you're out there just chasing something. It's like, you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it too. I don't know. Sometimes I look at myself and I think, it's like, when did I turn into Joel Osteen? But it's okay. I love, I feel like the gym brings out the best version of me.
It sounds like, because you had to change your own internal voice.
Yes.
When it came to, from where you were growing up, you had a lot of negativity. You learned to reclaim who you are as an individual and give yourself a different voice. When you meet certain goals, you started to say really positive things, started to reaffirm yourself.
Yes.
And when you start with yourself like that, it's probably be natural. It pours out into also encouraging others.
Oh my gosh. Just being able to reclaim that voice in my head from a young kid. I referenced Little Faith in a pretty good bit during this conversation. Little Faith wasn't safe. Little Faith was not safe in her body. Little Faith was listening to everybody who had perceptions about her body. But when I grew up and I got to say, nobody else gets to say who I am. No one else gets to say what I can accomplish. I actually took every negative thing that someone said about me and turned it around on them and showed that I could do that and then some. I was told that I couldn't do a combat sport. I'm making medals.
There we go.
Okay?
There we go.
And I'm not the best jiu-jitsu practitioner anywhere. Please don't take this as a way of me calling anybody out.
I seen her break somebody's arm before. way she was humble about it. I'm so sorry. I said, you ain't.
Yeah, I mean, like, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, hey, but it was. I would like to let the record show that was her fault because we was both 200 pounds and she went to brace it. That's 400 pounds in your arm. Like, we big girls, we can't do that.
Oh man! I said, dang, she broke her arm. Then you was being humble. I said, on the inside, she's celebrating right now.
Just a bit. That was wild.
Yeah.
They didn't have no splinters, no nothing. It was wild. Anyways, but yeah, this fitness journey, now I was never allowed to wear shorts. Now, like, I wore shorts in jiu-jitsu for the first time, and like I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on?" And just like those little things, like I like wore shorts and a sports bra to the gym for the first time, and like for other people, it's like it's normal. It's like, that's what you do. But for me, it was like a declaration for myself. It was like, I'm proud of myself because I came this far, and like I was poking a little bit too. So I really took that space, and it's kind of me showing up in the gym or me showing up in different spaces and being loud and proud about who I am was I like what you were saying, was reclaiming my voice. I now put the terms on who I am, and I won't allow anyone to take my voice from me.
Wow, that's powerful.
Thank you.
Very, very powerful. And it's very inspiring. So, that's a great thing that you're able to take your page and inspire others to do the same.
For sure.
Now, I did want to jump into your jiu-jitsu journey because I do jiu-jitsu too. And we go to the same gym, Spartan Academy.
Shout out Spartans.
Shout out Spartan Academy. But what initially got you to say, okay, I know you kind of spoke on it a little bit earlier, but, you're in the gym just working out. What made you say, I'm going to go and start competing and break someone's arm? I know.
All right.
What made you say you were going to get into jiu-jitsu?
Okay, so I got bored at the gym, and I was like, okay, I don't want to go back to being inactive because I was coming home, and like even like with my husband, he was like, hey baby, you got to do something because you're coming home, you're going to sleep, and you are starting up the next day. He's like, you don't feel like you anymore. I need you to do something. And then I was driving down the way, and I saw Spartan Academy. And I was like, I pass by here all the time. Let me at least just go in. I went in. I said I was going to do it 2 weeks. At the time they was doing like a week special, where they was let you try it for free and then you go on about your business. I tried one class and I signed up for 2 years. And I told myself, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to waver on it, and I have to go in. Not all the time I was consistent, and I acknowledge that, but I went in with the mentality that I wanted to do something different. I tried all types of different things. I did pole dancing. That was fun. I did a chair dancing class. I ain't got no rhythm, so it was super, super fun. Then I went to, whatchamacallit. Then I did Zumba. I tried to do kickboxing. I don't like getting punched in the face. My advice to somebody who's like starting their fitness journey: definitely draw inspiration from places, but don't make your inspiration your idol. Love who you are in the space. Give yourself grace and understand that you are going to get out of your journey what you put in. So whatever you choose to do, whether that be rollerblading, whether that be doing Zumba, whether that be going to the gym and just doing the Stairmaster for like an hour a day, or whatever you choose to do, go into your fitness journey that your body is different from everyone else's. You're not going to look exactly like somebody or something. You have to get what your body, be the best body that you can be.
Sounds like one of the things I put in my head is that there's a warrior inside of me.
For sure.
There's whether I'm working on my fitness goal as far as losing weight, or whether I'm working on improving jiu-jitsu or kickboxing, MMA, whatever, I always tell myself there is a Super Saiyan version of me.
Oh, for
if
sure.
I continue to work on this thing. It's inside. I just gotta move away some of this excess stuff that's going on. So it sounds like you're kind of saying the same thing as far as don't idolize someone else. You be inspired by them,
For
but
sure.
they are working on their own warrior that's inside of them. You got your own warrior and spirit that you have to nurture and bring up, and you know what I mean?
You don't know what demons they had to slay to get that peace.
There we go.
So for you, you have to find who you are. You have to silence all the voices, silence all the negative, all the naysayers. What I'm finding is when I get ready for that competition season or get ready for that competition bout, I turn into a different beast. And I love that version of me. Whether I win, lose, or draw, but going into that mentality is kind of like, I don't know if you watch anime or not.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
so one of my favorite animes is Baki.
Oh yeah, Baki.
Okay, remember when he fought the grasshopper? No, it was a praying mantis.
Yes, yes.
The mental toughness that it took to be in that space. He's out there shadowboxing himself. But he has this mentality that he's going against this little thing, and he's going against the strength of that little thing. For me, I'm going against myself. So every time when I'm going against another person, I think of myself. And I know that's weird to other people, but for me, I'm battling all the insecurities. I'm battling everything that everyone has ever said to me, and I'm proving it in that moment in time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes I don't win. And that's okay, because sometimes that's just a reflection of real life, and that you're not going to win everything, but what you choose to do after that match matters.
Yeah.
Are you going to get back up? Are you going to prepare for the next competition? Are you going to go back to the gym the next week? Because life still goes on. Everybody got their medals. Everybody took their pictures. Yeah. What happens next? Who are you going to be afterwards? And how do you define yourself in those moments where you don't win? When you aren't the person that gets to get your hand raised that time?
You know, that's a powerful thing that you're saying right there. I personally look at real winners in life not as a person who's undefeated, who the undefeated person is like the person who had the silver spoon in their hand. And they never went through any tough times, right? I look at the real winner as the person who can go through a defeat and rise back up mentally to actually be able to go back into whatever it is that they're trying to go into. So specifically in jiu-jitsu, I'm looking at the person who can, okay, I lost, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to go back and compete again. But in life in general, you know, we have these things, like you said, we have downfalls. We don't win all the time. We don't get everything that we want. And it's the people who get results in life are the people who get up and keep going. You know what I mean? How does practicing jiu-jitsu influence how you perceive strength and femininity? Do you think it gives you a sense of confidence?
I actually got into jiu-jitsu not in addition to like just wanting to try something new. I actually got jumped in college. I want to say, I don't know if it was my junior or senior year. I don't remember. But I actually got jumped in college defending one of my friends. And I felt like I never want to go through this again. I never want to be in a space where I can't defend myself. So I need to learn something, and learn something quick. Particularly with jiu-jitsu, learning how to take your power back in that sense of, when you think about jiu-jitsu, it's designed to have a smaller person go up against a bigger person. And I'm not, by any sense of the word, I'm just a blue belt, people. So I'm not by any sense of the word speaking to the capabilities of jiu-jitsu, but my limited scope of understanding is that I have become more confident in showing up in different spaces, because I know I kind of know how to protect myself more. In a sense where, like, my cousins, whenever we go to like a family gathering or whatever, they'll try to sneak attack me. And a couple times, I got them. I knew what to do. I knew how to maneuver. And it's like it's fun in that sense, but you get a greater sense of self when you go into different spaces. Like, if something were to pop off, not saying I'm not finna pull guard in a street fight. I had this going on a t-shirt. I got a little pocket rocket for you. Give your family something to do on the weekend. Hello. But as far as like physically creating space or taking away space, making sure that you're in those like different when you find yourself in a risky position, you're able to. I love going against going against bigger guys because I use that kind of like as a controlled environment. On okay, if this person of this size and this stature is here with me and we're doing a live roll, how am I going to get out of this situation? And you can often see the switch in different, like especially with gentlemen. Yeah. When they like feel that they're about to lose in a certain
snap! I thought I was being nice. Oh no, she's choking me.
Yeah, or even before then, you see like it's scary for women almost because there's those guys who want to be nice or the nice guy, but there's also those guys who like they could be very cool people on the outside, or like you have a conversation with them, they're very sweet, but you start rolling with them, and then a switch goes off, and I don't want to lose this. I'm not about to go against a girl, and I'm going to lose this. Yeah. And like you get picked up, and I'm like, hey, get here, what's going on? So like I've been in those spaces where like I've had like a guy who was much bigger than me, and he goes in and he like that switch flips, and you see it. It's a scary space to be in, but it's also a teaching environment because not all the time you're going to have somebody to call the match and say, all right, you guys go back to your corner. Yeah. What are you going to do in those situations? So I guess in a sense, protecting your femininity in a sense. Yeah. Because you understand the real risk of there's scary people out there in the world. Yeah. What are you going to do? And how can you show up for yourself?
And I think that just going through putting yourself into dangerous situations, it's controlled, but it's still like you're setting off those dopamine senses and, you know, the chemistry in your brain, the fight or flight. Yeah. You've been through it so many times that maybe you're in a circumstance where, okay, you're not in a fight with someone, but you're just in a dangerous situation where everybody's panicking and going crazy. You have accessed that part of your mind where you're able to be calm and think rational and make the best choice in that circumstance.
Yes. I would also say like my first year of jiu-jitsu, I would forget to breathe during a roll. Or like I would my brain was like always on, all tabs was open, somewhere was playing music, and we were all like just going in and at it. But I would say close to my second year is when I was able to like once I get into a role, I'm able to silence everything. And it's like it's kind of like you cut the lights off and there's only one candle burning. And when you go into those spaces or when you're about to go into the competition, that mentality of going into a role, or whether it be an active or you're rolling light or you're rolling, well, once you hit those heavy rolls, you're able to really think. And I appreciate that jiu-jitsu has given me the space to think when everything is going chaotic, when everybody's yelling. You have somebody yelling for their baby on mat 3, and you are able to hone in on your voice and hone in and making sure that you're paying attention for different moves that's coming about. And some things become muscle memory.
You're able to hone in on your voice. You've created now. You've reclaimed your voice. Yes. So you got this powerful voice in there.
Absolutely.
Tell you to break someone's arm. No.
All right.
Stop. What's something your past self wouldn't believe about your current self?
I broke somebody's arm. That I'm doing jiu-jitsu. That I am wearing shorts. What are some other things? I've always been an adventurous person at heart, so I surprise myself every day. Some of the things that I did in the past like 5 years, I didn't expect myself to do. So I'm kind of just out here just trying to figure things out. Pre-COVID, I knew exactly who I was going to be, what I'm going to do, and I had a plan for every part of my life. COVID came, wiped everything out. So I was afraid to dream for a while. Yeah. I was afraid to make plans because at any drop of a dime, something could happen. It could be all taken from you. Yeah. This year is kind of like the first year that I've been inspired to really go out and do these things. So I'm really appreciative that you have me on your podcast, because I always said I want to be on a podcast. I always said that I wanted to be more intentional about the spaces that I'm showing up in. And I would say past me would be blown away of the things that I'm accomplishing now. In a social perspective, as well as career wise, just going out and chasing after what people said I couldn't have, or what people said I couldn't show up to be. Being able to reclaim my voice in a space where I never had that. Yes, I had a support system and they showed their support in the way that they could at the time, but being dedicated to my growth um, is where past me would be blown away by future me.
How do you hope people feel when they visit your page?
I want them to be inspired. I want, like, my favorite thing I like to say is I like to be your big sister, your favorite cousin. That I want people to feel like they are, that they have a safe space with me. We can talk about anything. I've had posts where people have just ranted about when they didn't reach a goal. I've had posts where people celebrate their small wins. Me just trying like little different things. I want to be transparent in my journey about who I am. Um, I'm not going to share everything because not everything is for social media, but when people visit my page, the biggest thing that I want them to get out of visiting is that I'm a real person. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be doing the fillers, and I'm not going to be doing the, these get skinny quick schemes. Yeah. It's a real authentic journey. I'm not just showing when I lost weight. I show when I gained weight too. Mm-hmm. I show all forms and all sides of my journey. What advice would you give to someone? Obviously, you've dealt with this. You've had this fitness journey for a while. Now you're doing combat sports. What advice would you give to someone who feels intimidated to start their fitness journey? Just do it. I think Nike definitely was right on the money with that. The time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well do it. Where do you want to be? You literally have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. If you are intimidated or if you're scared, do it while you're scared. I feel like being scared is right on the money of you're about to do something great. So if you're scared about it, definitely take the time. You don't be as scared. Don't just jump in and just mess something up now and tear yourself up. If you're about to do something in especially combat sport, don't do that scared. Yeah. Because you'll mess around and hurt yourself. But try controlled environments. Look at the culture of the gym. Look at where you are wanting to go. Do some research. But once you get off your research, go out and do it. Make sure you get to that part, because sometimes you will talk yourself out of doing something. Yes. Or saying, oh, I'll never be such and such, or I won't look like this. I won't do that. I won't do this. You envision who you want to be without anybody else's approval. Are you making yourself happy? Are you making the best decisions for yourself? Have you looked to see if what you're doing is beneficial to you? Because a lot of the times, there's so much information out there that it can be overwhelming. Where some people say, don't drink water, don't eat at a certain type of day. You have to find a plan and stick to it, whatever that may be. Consistency. Starting, having the initiative, and then being consistent. Yes. And you're definitely going to help people with your content that you're putting out there. Oh, for sure. That's definitely encouraging people. So you definitely check Faith out when you get on there on IG. _ Fluffy Girl Fitness, and just Fluffy Girl Fitness on TikTok. Make sure to like and subscribe.